Gossip is murder. Speaking evil of people is murder. Whenever you have any influence with somebody and you can talk to them and turn them against somebody, you just murdered and assassinated that person in the eyes of that person. You have to stop doing that, because you're going to be judged the same level courts judge people who physically kill people. When you get to heaven, I saw this. I saw Jesus. I saw pastors stand in front of him in heaven, and they were walking in front of him, and he would judge them. And he says, "You're a murderer." This is how I learned how he looks at this. And they said, "I never murdered nobody." He says, "You did. You murdered this person, this. He says, when you started talking against them on earth, you murdered them in front of the people. And the people didn't want nothing to do with them because you murdered them in your eyes." I am telling you, the judgment in the next life is going to be so radical, you have no idea. When Jesus says, "Every idle word that a man speak, he shall give an account of it," he is not lying. I saw it. This is why I know y'all see that I be having problems with the church. I have a problem with this 21st century church because they really don't teach what Jesus teach. You understand? And I've only been around him personally, face to face. That's why I know these kind of things. And these scriptures jump off the page when I have the experience in heaven or some kind of visitation. But when I learned that murder, that's why the Bible says, he that is angry with his brother without a cause is in danger of hellfire. That means that's the beginning of murder. To be angry with somebody without a cause. Do you understand what I'm saying? I saw Jesus and pastors come and stand in front of him. They had died. I saw them. I saw other people. And I saw him tell them they were murderers. And some of them, he did not let them into heaven. He sent them to hell. Because it says, neither murderers nor extortioners shall enter the kingdom of heaven. I saw heaven and hell. And I'm telling you, there are so many pastors and leaders down in hell for gossiping over the pulpit. Assassinating other people right over the pulpit to people. Do y'all understand what I'm saying to you? You got to get rid of that forked tongue, because it's a snake tongue that makes you talk about people and gossip about. And the thing is, even if they're wrong about something, I love what he says. What if it's true? Which I know none of the stuff they said about me is true. But what if it is true? That is still in the Bible. That gives you no ground to do that. I am teaching you the way of Christ. Every idle word a man shall speak, he shall give an account on it in the day of judgment. And people think because nothing happens right now, nothing's going to happen. I'm telling you, when you stand in front of Jesus, he's going to say, "Do you remember this day? You murdered this person. You murdered this person." And then I heard some of the pastors and leaders say, "How are we to know?" He told them, "You had my word. You did not study." He said it is no excuse. He sent a lot of them to hell. Because they murdered people. Murder is greater than just doing it physically. It happens with your mouth. How many understand that? Do you not know? Jesus said that Satan was a murderer from the what? He murdered Adam and Eve. The Lord told Adam and Eve, "The day you eat of this fruit, you shall surely." He told them with words. He used this. Life and death is in the power of the. By him talking to her, he murdered her. He got her to murder herself. He was accomplice to murder. And he said the truth to her, but he didn't tell her everything. He said, "You will not really die." He was saying, "You won't physically die." That's why she believed him, because he gave her truth. You won't really die. God don't really mean like what you think. You see that? But the day they ate, they did die. They died spiritually. And so he murdered their spirit connection with God. So murder happens in the spirit and it happens in the physical realm. Do you see that? In the spirit and in the physical realm. And watch this. With words, it happens mentally. You can mentally. That's what goes on today in the church. People mentally murder people. You say mentally, what do you mean? If your thinking change against a person where you want to cut them off because of what you heard, mentally they were murdered in your mind by whoever talked to you. How many of you have ever seen somebody completely change towards you because they heard something about you? You're supposed to be a soldier of Christ. How can you be that weak-minded and let somebody talk about you, talk about somebody else to you, and let them make the decision for you? I thought that he is our example and standard of love. Why do we let people do that to us? And you're gonna be the one that pay in the end of your life for it. I'm just telling you, I've been to heaven, I saw it. A lot of Christians are going to be thrown into hell for murder. Stop gossiping. Stop speaking evil of one another. Are you hearing? And learn to love one another.